Hi, this is Ramu, Associate Professor, Department of CSC, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. In today's class, we are going to concentrate on problems on functions. See, the main purpose of the functions to reuse. The purpose is to reuse your code and as well as to reducing the complexity. For the two cases, we are going to use the functions. Here, we are going to see the functions are going to based on the parsing mechanisms. If you observe, parsing integers and arrays and structures. The three different ways to handle the programs. Right here, the first one is the parsing integers. Means the functions can accept any number of arguments. Right? If the arguments in terms of integers, then we will see the first kind of problem. And the next thing, arrays. We pass arrays as your arguments. And next, passing your structure as your argument, right? We'll see one by one. First, integers. Here, I'm going to solve the program is finding the factorial of given program, right? Using functions. You know the factorial already we discussed, right? It is a 5 factorial means 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. That is a 5 factorial, right? How we are going to solve the using functions? See, here. First, you require to take the function. It is going to take the integer as a return type, and the function name is a fact, right? Is the function name, right? Here, if you observe, what are the variables are required for to handle the factorial? See, first you require one counter value, and also the result is required, right? And here this function is going to take one argument, that is an integer. When it is going to take the integer, then you can use an int of n. For example, if you require two arguments, for example, addition of two numbers, then require the two arguments. Then that time you can use int a comma int b, right? Sometimes you require three arguments, int comma int a comma int b comma int c, like that. You can use n number of arguments like that, right? And also see, here I'm going to for I equal to 1 to start less than or equal to n, the same process, right? I plus plus r into equal to I. Then the result is available at r, right? Just return r, right? Function with arguments with return values. Means here, see, it is going to take your arguments, and also it is going to return the value, return the result. This is the kind of function with arguments with return values category, right? In main function, it is going to take one argument, that is a n, right? Here, and also return back to the result. See how see, for example, printf of percentage d. Directly I'm going to write fact of 5. See, if you run this code, first we'll run and check it. See, yeah, something. What it is, some mistake has happened here. What it is, yeah, you should initialize that r value is 1, otherwise this will take the garbage value, right? This may take the garbage value, that is the reason only, right? So what happened, this 5 is stored here, right? Means the 5 is moved to here n, and it will calculate. But here the one problem is there, I will tell you, that is, see, for example, here n equal to 5, right? And here n is there. Then what it means, see, here n variable is there, right? Then this is the n variable, right? It showed the value is 5, right? It has some address 2000, and as well as you have one more variable n here, right? It has some different address, right? When you pass an argument means create the duplicate value, duplicate variable means so some changes are happened here that is not reflect here. Please note this. Means both are the different variables. The name is same, but the n is a local for the it is local for main. It is local for fact function. That is the difference. This is clear. So that is the difference. So if any changes is performed here, that is not reflected in the main function. Okay, this is the concept is called as a call by value. Call by value. Right? This is the first thing. And the next thing, sir, suppose I want to send 1000 values, 1000 integers, then what I should do? For example, I want to send 2000 student ages, then what should I do? Then you cannot create that int A, int B, int C, int D like that. This is not possible practically. So if you want to solve the kind of issues, you can use arrays. By using arrays, you can handle such kind of situations. Means if you send the array of 2000 students to here, then the one variable is enough to handle all the data. See, here my task is I have a 2000 for example. Yeah, I'm going to the small value. So 5 student data is there, right? A of right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the information is there, right? I want to send this information to the main function, and I want to calculate the sum of all the elements and return the result back to the main function. That is my task. See, if you consider one variable a equal to c. This is the variables, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Here, if you send this data to the main function, means you just use a here. Right? After this, so number of values, how many values I passed here. So I use the facts function name is same. Otherwise, you can use a sum. So sum of all the elements, right? Here you can change the sum here also. Sum, right? Here the a is a variable, right? This is the array, right? And int n. Next, our task is to find the sum of all the values. Yes or no? So for that reason, I'm going to take result is 0 because the sum, right? So initial value is 0 and repeat from 0 to less than n. Each time my task is to add that value to the r, right? A of I. See, that's all. If you run this code, yes, something is problem with this. What it is? Some a. What is the error? What is the warning here? Sorry, here you should take array, right? That is the reason. 14, right? So 1 plus 2, right? But you should take here the index is 0. That's all. Small debugging is required. Yeah, it's finished. Answer is 15. Right or wrong? So this is the sum of numbers. But here I'm going to show you one magic. What it is? See, for example, each value after the addition, what I'm going after the sum, what I'm going to do? I'm going to make it all the values are zeros, right? Means initially all the values to 0, right? After this, if you print for I equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus, right? Printf of percentage d a of I. See, if you run this code, all are zeros, right? All are zeros. The reason is, please note this. Earlier, we had some main changes in the sub function. It is not reflected in the main function, but here the changes are happened. The reason is here we're not going to create the new copy. See here, when you create an array, it will going to create like this, right? Here the value is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? This is A. So this A is referred here. When you pass A means, see, A means, so A is equal to ampersand A. You can use A as well as ampersand in both contains means you are sending the address means this is also pointing to this one only. It doesn't get the new copy. It's just pointing the reference. It's just pointing the reference. If somebody asks you to how to return more than one values to the main function means by using arrays. By using arrays, you can return because so how many values you send back to the change modifications? 5 values, right? Like that you can change n values. You can return n values. N changes can be happened in the main function also. Is this clear? So this is the way you are going to handle the arrays. Arrays means something changes happened in the sub function is also reflected on the main function. Right? The next thing. Structure. You need to pass a structure into the main function. See, structure is like your normal variable. See, I'm going to create one structure here. struct. Struct. So yes, struct yes, right? So int a and char name, right? See, if you create a structure, struct yes of small s, right, equal to the first thing is age, right, 12, and next thing name, right? So here I need to mention the size of the name is 100, right? Here I'm going to take that abs is IRE, right? If you use here print, right? Print is a function that is going to print the data. If you pass print of yes, then should take that structure variable, right? You should use this syntax here. Same syntax. Struct of s. You can create one more variable b, right? Printf of percentage d, percentage s, right? b dot a comma b dot name. If you run this code, see, and yeah, should use semicolon here. Yes, should use semicolon here. See, 12 IRE. So what you did, you passed your structure into the subfunction, right? Yes or no? And you printed there. Now what I'm going to do here, see, after that printing or before printing, b dot a equal to 2000. I changed the value 2000, right? And also I'm going to print the same thing here. After changing, I'm going to print here. Here my value is small s, right? See, if you print that 2000 IRE, 12,000 mean 12 only, because This is if you create a variable means, see, it is going to take it create a S here, right? Yes, you are storing the 12 and IRE, right? When you create it here, then it will create one more variable. Here you change the value is 2000, right? And IRE is same, right? That is why. So here you are getting the 2000 is the result. Here you are getting the 12 is the result, because the duplicate values, to create the duplicate values. This is the concept is call by value, right? And earlier arrays is the call by reference concept. Is this clear? So this is the way you're going to handle the integers. Integer, float, characters all comes under the call by value concept. Strings and arrays comes under the call by reference concept. Even structure is also comes under the call by value kind of thing, right? The changes which you made in the sub function, it is not reflected in the main function, right? This concept is call by value. The changes which you made in the sub function is also reflected on the main function, then this is called as a call by reference. Is this clear? Okay, thank you very much.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.